the working environment and the general spirit of Rag & Bone being a really great place to work and to come, on a Monday morning and be inspired at, that's something that we hold very, very true, and I think that flows from us and, the relationship between us.
We have a particular culture, we're very proud of the company we've built and the people in the company, and what they bring to the organization, and we've also sort of said along the years that they can be a litmus test too for the clothes, and if they're not wearing the clothes, and we have some cool young hip people here, so that's also a source of inspiration.
Take a vacation.
That was definitely not vacation. That was because we went from London to.
If it's not fun, there is really no point doing it, and I think we both, very strongly believe that. And so I think that does come out in the clothes. They are wearable clothes. We're not trying to make an artistic point for the sake of it. It's not about. It's not about that, and it is about that for other brands or other companies or other designers, and I completely understand that and respect that. It's just not like that for us. Literally, a Rag & Bone man is an old English thing. I think they have them all over the world. It's called the Rag & Bone man in England. Used to come around where I grew up. In Clapham when I was very, very young. Doesn't really exist anymore, but guy on a horse and cart in old Clydesdale, or Shire horse we called them, with it ringing a bell, just shouting any old iron and collecting what originally had been given the name rags and bones for candles, but it was just an early form of recycling, collecting old iron, railings, things like that, things that you could sell or recycle. And it was a very English thing, and a very honourable and well thought of guy in many ways. Represented aspects of what we thought was cool about clothes in some ways. The idea of sort of dishevelled but handmade British tailoring. But honestly, it was just a really good name, we thought. There was no one in the space, really. There was the old guard of Ralph and Calvin and Donna, and they'd been around a long time, and Marc Jacobs was obviously a booming business, and Michael Kors was someone who's going to be massive. But there weren't that many other guys in the arena, and people wanted new fashion. They wanted clothes that they could wear, and they wanted to be excited about clothes that were coming out of New York, and it just, it was there for the taking, or is there for the taking.
New York City is everything to Rag & Bone. In the early days, the garment district, being able to source and produce your samples and your production. We used a multi-line showroom in Soho that enabled us, without any infrastructure, to generate sales, and we financed the business ourselves. So the city really gave us the tools that we needed, and there isn't really anywhere else where there isn't really anywhere else that could really do that for you, I don't think.